What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Josh's Comics. And today we're doing the comic channel and collecting goals of 2026 video. Going to talk a little about my goals for 2026 on what I want to do here on the channel and also in collecting as well. Uh, just to kind of recap, I think 2025 was a great year. Every year gets better and better for me, collecting wise anyway. Had a lot of firsts last year, got some of my first ever original sketch covers, original art, statues as well, stuff that we'll be talking about in the next couple of minutes here. Um, just a great year, rounding out some great books throughout the whole year and towards the end of the year. So yeah, and I also kind of wanted to jump in and before we actually get into everything, I just want to say a thank you to everyone who has been watching me, who has subscribed, who has liked, and left a comment. Whether you've seen one video or all of them, it doesn't matter. Thank you guys so much. It really, really means a lot to me for you guys to come on my channel and watch, and I hope you guys are entertained and you have fun. And if you're learning something or seeing a book for the first time that might strike you and want you to go out and get it, I hope that happens too. Happens to me sometimes on other channels when I watch other videos, some other collectors, and it means a lot. And we hit the eight. I wanted to hit 800 subscribers by the end of the new year. We did that. So now it's on to 1,000. So I'm just gonna put like this as my first channel goal. Uh, I don't know if we'll hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the new year in 2026. We'll see. I mean, it's only 200 subscribers away. I think it's possible, but I've had a couple years where I've only gotten 100, maybe 200 subscribers at most. So we'll see. But 1,000, I would love to hit 1,000, and then after that, like keep going up. But I don't know. Something about hitting that magical 1,000 number would be really great. So that's one of the channel goals for 2026. The second one's steady content. Just trying to do at least one video a week. Sometimes I may put out a couple different videos, but ultimately I like to do one video a week. And what I try to do is, if I'm doing a haul video, especially if I got some really good books, drop the haul video and then do 2 to 3 shorts based off of the haul video, so that way I can get some more eyes on the channel, or so that you guys can kind of just if you want to see the bigger book that I picked up from that haul specifically and me talking about it, you can see the short. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. Also going back into that, kind of dropped the ball last year with Omniverse reviews. Also doing absolute reviews now too. That's getting revamped this year. Gonna do more with that. I just picked up a new tall camera stand so I can kind of do some different angle shots. Just released a video today actually of me going through a collection, and instead of me sitting here, you can see me flipping through it, pulling books out. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm at with that. So Omniverse and Absolutes will be getting a rehaul and overhaul, and we'll be coming back for sure. Um, I don't want to give an estimate on like how many. I'd like to say once a month, but depending, reading is a lot for me, especially with my job and limited time off, and knowing that con season is about to kick back in. It's gonna be a busy year. So we'll see. Different videos. Last year I added in some trailer reviews, which I thought were great. I like doing that. Probably won't do them for every single thing, but certain projects that I know I want to see, I'll definitely keep doing them. Um, um, TV show, reviews on movies and shows. I may branch out a little bit just from comics as well because I do like watching occasional movies or shows on Netflix. So we'll see about that. Um, a new video idea I'm working on is a history video, and my idea is essentially to do a 5 to 10 minute video talking about the history of a certain character. And then at the end of that, maybe look into like some of the top keys or covers or whatever that you guys could pick up and add to your collection if you enjoy this character. Something like that, I think would be pretty cool. Um, Maybe do like throughout the year a top 10, like top 10 uh best covers from Adam Hughes, or like top 10 Batman rogues or something like that. Just, do a little bit different, get a different variety going on the page. I know, a lot of people like the haul videos, but sometimes it's nice to mix it up and have a little bit something different. Um, and then the last thing I'm thinking about doing is a possible live show. Don't know again when I would do it, but maybe do go live here on YouTube and try it out. Maybe have a few guests come on, do some interviews possibly. Would like to do a Q&A, maybe like leave about, some questions on the bottom of haul videos, and then at the end of the month do a Q&A, talking about comics and collectibles in general, or anything else you guys might want to know. I think that'd be pretty cool. So that is it for the channel goals of 2026. Pretty short and pretty easy, honestly. I think it's going to be a pretty good year for the channel. Now we're going to move into the pricey section, I call it, because this is the collecting goals portion. Um, oh man. So even though I just said pricey, technically this is going to be interesting. And then what I'm about to say, a couple of things afterwards, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, you just said you were downsizing. Downsizing. I'm looking to probably split the collection in half. Um, Again, you guys know this if you've watched for a while, and if you don't, I have a one-bedroom apartment. As you can see, I cleared the books out over here, and I had a bunch of books over here. Everything are now in long boxes. I have to go down, and I have to essentially now I have to organize them, put them away, find out what duplicates I have, and figure out what copies I'm keeping. I currently have right now two full short boxes and a half a pile of comics, mostly of like filler, dollar bin stuff and runs, and I do have some, variants in mid keys. So I'm looking to downsize a little bit. I'm going to technically uh, sell books to fund the hobby. Because I'm looking to acquire some big books this year. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to potentially ask some of my friends if they want to buy, just trade, value for some books, or if I want to get cash, or if I want to maybe uh, sell online, or potentially set up at a Comic Con or something. I'll have to think about that in the next couple months. But yeah, so downsizing, I want to, I definitely have books too that I bought that like I really, not that I shouldn't have, but like I don't need it in my collection, and there was no point. And in 2024 was a buying year for me. I just went crazy and bought everything and anything related to whatever. And then last year is when I kind of started realizing, okay, don't have much room, need to slow down, and I really don't need certain stuff in the collection. It just so. That being said, two big projects rolling into 2026. Batman Rogues. I am happy to say that I'm like probably 70 to 80% of the way through having almost all of the first appearances of all the rogues in Batman's gallery. Mind you, all of the first appearances are like Silver Age and up. Nothing Golden Age. I maybe one day, a couple years down the line, I can start dipping into some of that stuff. Um, I'm gonna make a video on that in the next couple months, showing every rogue gallery villain that I've picked up. Honestly, the biggest one on that list is probably gonna be Mr. Freeze. Looking to get a 2.5 to a 3.0 of that, and that's gonna probably be at least 2 to 3 grand. So yeah, that's gonna be the biggest one out of all of them, and also potentially the first Mad Hatter, which is like I think Batman 49 or 50, which is a fantastic Joker cover. Also, first appearance of Vicky Vale. That's a couple $1,000 book too. Um, But yeah, so I'm working on the road galleries. I'm also gonna have, even though I have some of those books already graded, great. Some of the books I need to send in for grading, and then some of them I'm gonna try to upgrade. So get higher grades. We'll have to see where we're going with that. But I will do a whole Rogues Gallery video update on that in the next coming months. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. And then I'm collecting Daredevil issue 1 through 100. I have I think I have like about 10 issues right now. Which is good, and you know, means I'm 10% way done. But obviously the biggest book is Daredevil 1. Again, I probably want to get the same thing, a 2.0 to a 3.0 copy of that, and that's gonna run me probably 2 to 3 grand right there, maybe more. Born Again season 2 is coming out supposedly in the next like 2 to 3 months. So hopefully maybe towards the end of the year I can get a good a good deal. We'll see. I don't even know if I'll be able to afford that book, but that's why I'm going back to the funding the hobby books that I'm looking to move and maybe make some cash to put towards it. I think ultimately I can do Daredevil 1 this year if I'm smart about it and save in certain places and I don't go over, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Um quality quality over quantity, which means I am not going to go crazy anymore. I am buying Pacific books in Pacific grades. Uh, Silver Age first appearances, obviously, I do lower grade for that because that's just more authentic to me. I mean, listen, would I love to have a first Silver Age appearance of somebody in a 9.8? Absolutely. It's not possible unless it's like a D-list character that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? But probably bronze, copper, anything up over that. If it's a first appearance, or a really significant key, I want a 9.8. So I'm gonna look for higher grade books, and also just going off through hauls. I'm not gonna buy much, um, especially if it's a book that, like I said, if it's a book I have and I know it's not the 9.8, and I find a potential 9.8 candidate, I'll buy it. But I'm not gonna buy, like, if I go through the dollar bins and I know I find books that I already have that are worth money, I'm probably not gonna do that this year because again, I'm looking to move books, get half the collection probably out of here, and then put it towards bigger books. So, statues. Well, only bought one statue last year, and that was the 1 in 10 scale Batgirl. Technically, I did buy the Daredevil mask, kind of like a statue, but not. I do have a statue on pre-order that should hopefully be here. I think they said between April and June is the estimated ship out date. And it's a statue, but it's a bust. It's a big bust of a character, and it's beautiful. And hopefully that works out. Um, I can't do too much though in the statue and bust part of the collection due to the fact that again I'm in a 1 bedroom apartment. You see my shelves. I don't have much. The only thing I can think of is I'm probably gonna move some stuff around here, and I'm probably gonna put the bust and maybe if I get one more statue in the year, a big one over here. Uh, I could potentially put some stuff over here, but not gonna be in the video, so we'll have to see. And eventually, I plan on moving and getting a house and have a whole comic room, and we'll talk about that when that happens. But yeah, so we'll go from there. And then the last thing is this year I'm focusing on signatures and original art. Uh, Thanks to Broke Boy Comics, who talked me into getting my first ever sketch cover done at Terrificon. Um, I'm kind of addicted to it now. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. And then Paul, Bristow Comics, a good friend of the channel, bought me my first, well, he paid for it and then I paid him back, but got me into original art this year. So yeah, I plan on picking up not too much because original art is pricey, especially depending on the artist and what you want to get. And if you're talking about original pieces that are comic pages, Jesus, man, like you're looking at a couple grand at least, especially for me, because you know me, I want Batman, I want Daredevil. Um, but sketch covers, I do have a few ideas in mind. I have some things I'm setting up for later the year. So yeah, that's gonna be a big thing going forward on the channel, and really, really just got some cool things for that. With that being said, I'm probably gonna release a video soon. I have a whole short box full of books that I'm gonna get signed this year, and books that I want to get sketched. Will I get everything signed and sketched this year? Who knows? Depends on the artists that are going to show up at the different cons. I can tell you right now, I am going to be at King Kong. I will be at Super Jersey Comic Expo, Terrificon, Baltimore Comic Con. The first Philadelphia Comic Con at the airport show that happens every couple months will be on the 18th, I believe, of this month coming up. Smaller show, but still always good. Trying to think. And I'm deciding. I think I'm gonna go to Heroes Con this year. I gotta try to work on things and see. But so I plan on doing a bunch of Comic Cons this year, just like last year. And at least the cons are kind of spread out every couple of months from each other, so I can save and if I do anything right. But again, I gotta see who's gonna be at what con, who's gonna be signing, who's gonna be sketching. So, yeah, um, guys, that is it for my comic channel and collecting goals of 2026. Uh, I hope everybody had a great 2025 on their channel. And I also want to say I've seen quite a few new channels pop up on YouTube recently, and welcome. If you guys watch this video, uh, personally, I think it's always good to see new people pop up and do channels because we all have different tastes, and we're all in the same, collecting comics, and sometimes we overlap and collect the same things, but sometimes we collect things that other people don't, and we can bring that to a newer light for other collectors, and you might get other people involved, or you get newer people involved in the hobby. I think it's always a great thing to see new people, you know, do channels and pop up in the community. I love hanging out in the community. It's such a fun thing. And like last year, I went to quite a few Comic Cons where I had people come up to me and saying, "Hey, are you Josh's Comics?" And it's the coolest thing in the world for me. And not only have my group of my core group of friends here, like Joe, Paul, Mike, Slick Jolly. Uh, it's just like it's cool to have people that you've never met come up to you and know that they've watched your channel, they support you, and they say keep up the great work and the great content. That's just cool to me. I think it's so great. So again, to all new collectors coming in the hobby, welcome. Um, I would say this. I recommend, and also for anybody watching this, if you don't, go follow me on Instagram. Josh's Comics 01 on Instagram should be linked down below, and I'm very active on there. A lot of people are. I would say for a lot of new YouTubers that are getting in, make a Instagram page, follow a lot of people, do some content on there as well. You're gonna meet people, and you can also, like, I know some guys are building collections. You will meet a lot of people that you can, if you don't want to go the route of buying eBay, or if you don't have a lot of comic shops or cons in your area, would be a great platform. And like I said, I just love seeing everybody come together in the community and have fun. And like I said, I hope everybody had a great 2025 on their channel and collecting. Even if you don't have a channel, I hope you had a great year. 2026 is, you know, I got ideas and plans, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's gonna be another great year for everybody. And not only am I looking forward to what I pick up this year, I look forward to what my friends and other people in the community pick up, because sometimes, we all surprise each other, I think sometimes. And sometimes people pick up the books you're really after and you get amazing deals, or somebody goes and buys a storage unit for $1 and finds a Detective 27 and crazy stories like that. And it makes the hobby worth it and makes it so much fun. So, if you guys like this video, and if you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit that like button. Please subscribe. It always helps out the channel. marching on to 1,000 subscribers hopefully this year. We'll see what we get. Maybe get back into doing some giveaways too. I'm doing something big for 1,000 subscribers. I'm working on some stuff, so that'll be fun. And leave a comment down below, guys. Let me know what you thought about the channel goals and collecting goals, and let me know what some of your goals are. I'd love to hear it. And wishing you guys a happy, safe, and a great new year. And as always, we'll see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.